Oh, there's my reminder going off to go live. So, guys, good to see you all. Hope you're all having a good Sunday evening, and thanks for joining me again on another Sunday night Scrap Chat live with Scrap and Irish and whoever comes up, which I must remember to put the link in a minute. So anyhow, let's see who's in first. JCT, first one in the door tonight. So JCT, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope all is good. Seeing you over there at Shark Scrapper, who's still going live at the moment. George, second. Damn, still second. Not quick enough, George. Hope all is good with you. Patrick Williams, good to see you, sir. Pooh's mate, good to see you. And Doggy Bones, evening all. So, what has everyone been up to? I'll have a question later for everyone because I had a question from a subscriber to ask people a few things. So, hope all is good. Hey, e-waste Mike. So, when we get a few more people in, we'll talk about something that a subscriber mentioned in a comment to me. So, it's just a question they asked about something, so more people might be able to give their opinion on the answer. So how has everyone been this Sunday? Let me get my self together here. Go back to the YouTube side and check everything out there and make sure it's all working okay. And it seems to be, yeah, everything seems to be okay on the YouTube side. So George is just back in again saying hi to everyone. And pin that. And pin. Oh, see you scrapping. Good to see you, sir. And pin. There we go. I think that's it. I think I've done everything I need to do. So, yeah, so welcome in, guys. So, what has everyone been working on? This week, I did manage to get a video out, and I've decided going forward, I'll be doing a video every 2 weeks for a while. Just I don't have the time for doing one every week or one every 3 days. So, those people that can put a video out every day, fair play to you guys. But unfortunately, I cannot do that at the moment with work and other commitments I have. So, be a video every 2 weeks going forward for a while. So that's the plan I've decided to go with for the winter. Yeah, so what has everyone been up to? Let me see, how is it hanging? Well, I'm just reading there. A few people saying a few comments to each other. Yeah, so we have 17, it says in the chat. So welcome in, you 17 people. So we've 17 there. I think that's enough to start asking the question. A subscriber said to me, wanted to know what he said. Well, I don't know what the chat is going to be on your live or whatever. I think that was something around what he said. But I'd like to know what's everyone doing with their gold plated pins and what they do. So again, it's not everyone here in the chat that will be doing anything with gold plating pins. A lot of the people in there, like E-Waste Mike, see you scrapping, they're doing it as a living, so they're not really breaking down pins and gold plate and stuff. So what will I be doing with my gold plate pins? Well, the way I treat them is with acid. Now, Electronic Scrapper is working on a reverse electrolysis to do his gold pins. So there's two ways that that people are doing their work on their gold pins. Again, as Dougie Bone said there, he's stockpiling his. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not really treating them. I'm stockpiling them. So anytime I get some gold pins, I pile them up into a little collection, or I don't even have them. Some of the stuff I don't even have taken off. So again, when we talk of gold pins, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about like in there, them gold pins in there. I will remove them from the boards. That's one thing I'm talking about. And then again, inside of here, along here, there will be more gold pins usually in there. Let me see if I have any other boards which might have some gold pins to show people what I'm talking about. Knocking stuff down around me here again. So again, we have more of those gold pins that I'm talking about. So there's the type of gold pins. Again, what do I do when I'm scrapping them out? After I recover them, how do I sort them? Well, again, I try and sort magnetic from non-magnetic, because again, that will determine which process of the acids will I be going with, nitric straight into nitric acid, or will I be going into copper chloride to get the gold from the thing. So let me just see who else is coming here. E-Waste Jill, welcome in. Urban Prospector, welcome in. Everyday Solars, good to see you. Hey guys, welcome in. Daniel, welcome in. Let me see. I'm not sure, was it Daniel that asked me that question? It might have been Daniel that asked me a question about the gold pins, what I do with them. So I know Mike says throw them in the shred and stuff like that, but we do have other subscribers who are like myself that like to know what else to do with them besides throw them to shred. But Pooh's me. Let me see who else. The Urban Prospector said hi to. I think I said hi to everyone that's come in. If I missed you, put a comment back in. Mike, Shark, welcome in. Good to see you guys.
Great to be here.
Sorry, Mike, to hear about your little bit of a house. What would I say? How would I put it? House situation at the moment that you're stuck in. That
yeah, I'm about to chop it up and put it away.
Yeah, you know, it can be a bit sickening that you've put so much time and effort into getting everything sorted, and then someone comes in and gazumps you at the final hurdle, which is a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
No, let me see. But I think it was Daniel that asked that question. So anyone else there that was working on the gold pins, electronic scrapper, are you still doing the reverse electrolysis on your gold pins? Is that your plan? If he's still in the chat. So Sharky, how are things with you anyhow? Your sound worked perfect. Problem solved.
Yeah, all the way up until I opened the Excel spreadsheet.
Well, I'd probably gone at that stage, had I?
Yeah, I think you. I think you had popped off at that point. So yeah, near the end there, I opened up the Excel spreadsheet and I got a couple comments that the audio got wonky again. So what I'm going to have to look at, and I probably should have looked at this before, but I'm just going to set up the Chrome extension for Excel so that the next time I open Excel, it's coming up as within the Chrome extension.
All right.
And that should solve that problem.
That should solve that problem. Mike, you might be able to use the gold pins for a down payment or two. You find all them gold pins in the basement when he goes clearing all the stuff out of the basement. All them ones he used to throw behind him. Yep, I'm still using the method scrapping ash. So yeah, so Daniel, I think it was Daniel asked me that question about that. If you go over and look at Electronic Scrapper's video where he was doing gold pins with reverse electrolysis. So a very interesting video and something I will try at some stage. Again, if it's low plated pins, that will be the most economical way, because again, expensive acid wouldn't make it viable unless that you're using a small amount of acid leading in for a long time and doing a lot of filtering and going on. And again, pins in acid, anyone that has already done it, make sure you've taken all the tin solder off the pins first by giving them a bath in hot hydrochloric acid, because if you don't and you go messing with the nitric and tin, you're in for a messy situation. Speaking from experience.
Why? What happens? Messy
because
experience?
tin, when you go to drop gold out again from solutions and stuff, tin just is an absolute pain to deal with. It absolutely, it's torture. Look it up. I tell you, it's torture.
Okay, all right.
It's one of them no-nos when you're doing gold recoveries to make sure there's no tin in your solutions. So best way to do is if you have tin solder on the pins, put them into hydrochloric acid. Hot hydrochloric acid will dissolve the tin solder and leave you with just the pins with no solder left on them. So that's just a little tip for anyone that's doing anything. So Mike, I don't know, do you want to talk about it or not, or do you want to talk afterwards about it, or do you want people to know what the situation is?
Can I be blunt?
Yes.
I'm fucked.
Okay.
There you go.
That's fair enough. Anyone that just hasn't seen Mike's video and doesn't know what we're on about, Mike is in a situation where he's going to be homeless soon enough if he doesn't get moving or something doesn't turn around for him, because he's he had a bid on a house and someone has come in and gazumped him right at the last minute on the house where the shed he's working out of at the moment.
My kingdom is gone.
Someone has gazumped him, and he has until what date to move everything out?
13th.
13th of September to get sorted. Yep. So
I got the yard. I got the yard. All the big shit almost done. I got a trash trailer coming in tomorrow, so I'll get a big chunk of it done tomorrow. But I've been nonstop till like 2, 3 in the morning, just trying to get stuff. As Ian Matthews would say, take big stuff and make it smaller.
Yeah. So, as we would say, another word for it would be micro scrapping.
No, I'll be shredding. Everything, everything's just gonna probably get thrown away.
I see Patrick Williams there. I was going to say, given some Irish prices there, for any Americans there, when we put up bright copper 720, it's not 720 a pound, that'll be 720 a kg. So don't think we're getting great money over here at 720 a pound. It's not. It's 720 a kg over here. Same with number 2 there. He has it down 630 per kg. Aluminium is 90 cents per kilo, and we're getting for steel 200 per ton, which is a fairly good price for a shred. €200 a ton.
Yeah, usually if I'm selling something by the kilo, it's a leafy vegetable product.
Yeah. Daniel, it was Daniel that asked me that question about the pins. So yeah, I'm not really wanting to process them myself, knowing no 2 different types of pins are critical. I'm not sure if it's there. I'm really only tend to collect better ones. Well, better ones would be the non-magnetic pins for a start. If you can get non-magnetic, separate them if you're going to be looking to sell them. Especially someone that does gold recovery, they'll give you more for the non-magnetic pins than the magnetic ones, because again, it means it's easier to process the non-magnetic ones. So his email is like sending a dumpster to board sort. They're asking. E-Waste Jill is saying he's sending a dumpster to board sort.
I wouldn't waste my time sending it down there. I'd rather send it to the city dump.
Daniel wants to know, so what my question is, how would I find a reliable buyer? Again, if you're part, I'm not sure if you're part of the Facebook group. Let me see if I can find their link. There's people on there actually that will process it for you and take a cut of what they get out, what they get in. So they have refiners on there, and they will process it, and there's good reliable ones there. So again, if you go through, I'm not sure, let me see if I can find that group quickly for them. Waste.
Daniel, if you have any RAM, I know a dummy in Ireland.
I was waiting for that.
Top dollar.
I was waiting for that.
I was going to be good, Irish. I just want you to know I was going to be a good boy today.
I was waiting for him. As soon as I started looking, I said, "Oh yeah, here we go." So I'm going to put the link in for that Facebook group, and anyone that isn't a member of it, it is a great resource if you are looking at refining. And again, if you ever run into trouble doing some refines and things go wrong, there's always people on there who can help you out. So Daniel, that might be a help to you. Plan on sending him my RJ45 drugs. You keep my trash pile, blah blah blah. Shark knows you can rely on Mike to say it. Yeah. Shark was just waiting. He's saying, any minute now, I know Mike is going to say it. I don't have to say it. I just have to wait for Mike to say it.
I can give credit for being a good boy.
And Mike, do you have to be out of the house you're renting at the moment by a certain date as well, or is that guy still going to let you carry on renting for a while?
Well, right now I'm renting it.
Okay.
He said he will sell it back to me, but it has to be the terms that I sold it to him, and he sold it to me and paid me cash, so I have to give him cash back. So that's the only problem there.
And could you do a deal where you rent for a year and he takes the rent off to give you time to get money together?
No, because when I was in a bind, he was like, "Here you go,"
Yeah.
So just fair is fair, and he's a good friend of mine. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to string him out. So, but you can't rent a house here because it's ridiculous. You can't even find a storage unit here. the biggest storage unit you can find is a 10 by 10, and that ain't gonna do me no damn good. So I don't know. I was gonna start heading down to Jacksonville, but they're getting freaking rain next all week, so I ain't there.
Hey, I know a guy that's trying to get out of Jacksonville, and you're trying to get into it.
We got beautiful weather all week, you know. He's got rain, so.
I was here earlier, and I was working on these little boards, and I was pulling off like the little blue M&Ms, and I was pulling off the MOSFETs and all that stuff. And I was saying, oh, Mike will be so proud of me doing all this little micro scrapping.
Why?
Because electronic scrapper said there's silver in them, and I want to see if there is silver in them blue M&Ms. So I have to collect enough of them to make it worth my while taking out the acid. So it's all about, again, you see, this is what I'm going to come back to, is everyone isn't a professional business scrapper. Like we say Daniel there, when he asked that question, it's because he wants to know what to do with his pins he's collecting. He's a hobbyist scrapper. So I'm doing it for the hobbyist scrapper. You're doing it for the business scrappers. I'm off on a beer run, be back shortly. That's the difference, you see. Everyone is different in the scrap world, which makes it good. Like you look at what you call I'll mention his name, Ian Matthews, and
that's the first time.
Yeah, and he is gone from a scrapper to a metal artiste, back to a scrapper, back to a metal artiste, back to a scrapper. So then you have electronic scrapper who does a little bit of it as well, and his main job is fixing cars and stuff like that, and he does a thing. And I don't know what Daniel does. Does he do scrapping full time, or is it a hobby as well? Everyday Solars she has a different job, and she does scrapping, but she's kind of in between being a full-time scrapper like he and being a hobbyist like me. Before everything went haywire for her there, but hopefully she'll get back to it again. I'm on a power to the micro. I was putting off the blue M&Ms yesterday too. Hey, power to the micro scrappers. Look at the face on Mike. So hopefully Everyday Solars, everything starts to turn around for you soon, and we'll be seeing you micro scrapping again, loads of stuff, if it's just to make Mike happy.
Solars doesn't have to do it.
So you can watch your painted fingernails micro scrapping.
She's allowed to do it.
There's one. I didn't even have to mention his name 3 times tonight, so I didn't.
Me ears are burning. What's happening?
A metal artiste.
Artiste, yes. Good evening, gents. Jason, Mike, of course, who sent me this rather nice mug. Thank you very much. Scrapping Irish, him.
Shark.
Yeah, back at you there, him.
Who once sent me some face melting chili thing.
Hot sauce is the word you're looking for.
Hot. Oh, I've got
And
some.
so, Ian, what was harder on your body, the hot sauce or your son's wedding?
My son's wedding wasn't hard. I think if you're on the top table, you spend so much time walking around, mingling, greeting, you don't get time to drink. So quite disappointing, but in another way, it was good. It was. I had to drive home the day after, so in the end it worked out well. But no, I didn't drink very much at all. I couldn't spend any money. I was trying. Do you want a drink? No, we'll get you one. I'm buying. Nobody wanted anything. You've paid enough for this lot. I'm like, well, I have. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, very good. Hey, Irish, can you just imagine Ian? Ian's going to bed that night, and he says to his wife, "Holy crap! I'm going to bed and I'm sober. What's this experience like?"
Yeah, he wouldn't know what that was.
I wasn't sober, but I wasn't. I've been worse in here.
Yeah.
Worser. I've been worser.
Well, I don't think you weren't here last week, but
I was watching.
We did show the video of you falling off your chair again. So
I was watching.
You weren't in that state, were you?
I was watching at that point. Yes, I thought, why does that? What? It's that bloody Tim, isn't it? Up Nest. He's bringing it up.
No, the person that may have sent it to me maybe was her.
No.
Oh. Well, I'm on coffee at the moment.
You're on coffee.
Seriously, coffee.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Corey J, welcome in, by the way. Good to see you. You're not supposed to stand on top of the table, Ian. What did he just do? He's after pulling it's saying device not connected, so he's after pulling the cable out. He's back. Hold on.
I looked at it wrong way. That's what I did. I've actually found out what the problem is because I was on a live chat last night, Friday night, live chat Friday night with Everyday Solace as well, and it seems that it's the lead that goes in the back of the camera. As soon as you touch it, it goes off.
Oh.
So when I'm moving my mouse, it wiggles that lead and it goes off. So it's best if I don't touch anything.
Yeah. What I was going to say is your green screen looks kind of different tonight. I don't know what it is. There's something different about the green screen.
Yeah, it's whittling down.
I don't know. It's something. Oh, the Aldi basket is missing from it.
I don't even know where that is, to be honest. You guys know when you're doing a YouTube video, it takes 3, dare I say, 5 times the length of time, whatever you do.
Easily.
Oh yeah.
I found out that. So I've been absent. I've not been doing anything, but I've been getting stuck in here because I'm not giving too much away. But I made a stupid error, not a stupid decision. I'm not giving anything away.
What did you pick up?
Yeah. What did I pick up? Something I didn't need. Something that takes up a lot of space. I think.
And are you going to scrap this item out, or is it something you've got for the future? So it's going to be used in the future.
If I live long enough, yeah.
Oh God, it's got something that.
If I live long enough.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Bye, mate.
Ian, I'm giving up hope on you.
No, I'm
looking forward to saying this.
I've given up hope on myself. Let's see if I can pop chat out and see who's in there. Oh, she's there. Everyday Solace, Pooh's mate. Hello, Pooh's mate. Daniel, Doggy Bonds. Electronic ES. Sorry, I'm just.
You want to catch up? You're way behind on the chat.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
So, Ian, have you given up on picking up fire extinguishers, or is that still going to be going forward?
Oh no, I had a massive amount this week. Massive amount. And a goodly selection of them was aluminium.
That's good, because they're aluminium.
In fact, I've got this. There's a way ticket here somewhere.
That's what I was going to say. Are you just now, when you get them in, you're just cutting them and cashing them in by the end of the week, sort of thing, straight away, not letting them build up at all?
I have a method. Well, it's got to be worthwhile. I know it's only 1.5 miles to the scrapyard, but it's got to be worthwhile going. You know, I'll mention his name, Night Scrapper. Luke.
Oh yeah, Night Scrapper, yeah.
Right, he's a great guy. He's got his problems at the moment with a leaky roof.
His shed was leaking there for a while,
but he goes and weighs in. He shows me his ticket, and it's like 1 kilo of copper, 1 kilo of brass, 1 kilo of lead, 1 kilo of wire, 1 kilo of strip wire, 1 kilo of this. I couldn't be arsed. You can't go with 1 kilo of stuff. You've got to go with enough to justify the journey.
Well, altogether, it's worth the journey.
Yes, when you add all them kilos together, he may have 100 kilos there or 150 kilos of stuff. So then it has to be worth the journey. Unless it was 150 kilos of shred, then it's not. But
Well,
if it's brass, copper,
that is
aluminium, that sort of thing, you know. Hey, Paul, welcome in. Yeah,
I
but
mean, in front of me at the moment is 60, 100. Over there is about 30, about 130 kilos of brass. But I need the price to just rise that little bit. I'm getting greedy now. I'm like shirt scrapper. It's like I watch it, I'm watching it going up.
Yeah, but we say Ian, you're saying, right, I need the price to rise on that brass before I put it in. 2 years ago, is it worth more than it was 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, I mean,
and were you not bringing brass in 2 years ago?
I was. Go on. I mean, I don't know if you can make these this bigger or not.
Let me have a go.
Okay, so right. So not last Friday. Oh, I didn't go the Friday before because I was at the wedding. So it was the Friday before that. I got Ella to write some prices down for me.
Okay.
Dry 62.50. But let's go on brass. Where's brass? Brass at the bottom, 37.20. All right. So I know on a phone call during the week it dropped to 3,600. So it dropped quite a bit. But I went on Friday, just gone, and the prices are now. Brass is now 37.70.
Is that 37.70? Yeah.
So that was on Friday. So in a week, it's fluctuated £160 a ton, which it's always less on a Friday than it is on a Thursday because they know everybody weighs in on a Friday. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm just seeing Everyday Solars.
Son recognised your voice.
Solars scrapping and diving.
Yeah, she's that for a while.
Hey, she's saying about my accent. So we was at this wedding, and you got to think about this in your own place where you live. Now, I've only gone 30 miles, but I'm on the edge of the footballer set, Alderley Edge, that way, kind on. So all the footballers live in that area, and that's where my son decided to have his wedding. So we're in there, and I know this. I was talking to the singer, guitarist, and he's saying, "Wow, what a friendly lot you were! Every time I finish a song, you all clap." He said, "I went to a gig last week, not one round of applause." And one of the waitresses, I have to tell you this tale. So all there's several servers, not waitresses. We're in the afternoon serving the main meal. There's one, and she's older than me, and she's whizzing round. My mate said, he actually said to her, he says, "Do you train for marathons by any chance?" He said, "God, she were whizzing round, and she looked like a dried old prune, to be quite honest." But
Jesus,
she whizzed round. She was excellent. So I stopped this young server, and I said, "Can I ask how many servers there are?" And I think it was the way I asked. She thought I was complaining. It wasn't. It was after finding out how much I need to tip, how many servers I needed to tip. Right. So she kind of said, "Oh, right. But why? There's three of us." Because the way she said it, I went, because she's why? I said, "Well, service is crap." She looked mortified. She really did. And I said, "No, I'm only joking. I just want to know just how much to tip you girls, because you're obviously working very hard." And she went, "Well, there's three of us." "Well, I can see you three." I said, "There's another two over there." I said, "So you can't count, or there's more of you?" She goes, "Yeah, there's five of us." I said, "No problem. There's like 50 quid. And she went, "Oh, thanks very much." She goes, "We never get tipped at weddings. It's always the the bar staff at night that get tipped, never the serving wenches. What, serving wenches? Oh, serving wenches? That's shocking. Anyway, so she was saying, she goes, where are you from? Because you've all got lovely accents. I was like, it's roll on, you know. I was from Wigan, he's only 30 miles away. Anyway, that was it. Sorry.
That's the story.
That's the story.
I did a pick up on Monday at the house and got 128 pounds of brass alone and some steel and a little bit of aluminium. That's a nice pickup. What type of brass did you get? There was 128 pounds. What was it? What sort of brass? Where did the brass come out? Because it's very unusual to do a pickup and get 128 pounds of brass out of it, unless you're picking up door handles and stuff like that. The house being renovated, door handles, doorknobs. Where did the brass come from? That's what I want to know.
So, Ian, when I lived up on Cape Cod and I would go into Boston, it was always interesting to get on the metro. There is called the T. So you get on the T and you're riding this thing and you're listening to all these different accents, and they're all Boston accents. But
Excuse me.
you know,
Boston.
but people from the area, people that grew up there, you know, they would tell you, oh, it's from this place in Boston, and it's from this place. Yeah. And, oh, no, they're from the Cape. I mean, it's like they know what those accents mean. You know, they can tell you where someone's from.
Well, it's same here. Every town, and there's only 5 to 7 miles between towns. Every town has a different accent. As Irish will know, I only have to go 15 miles and you're in Liverpool.
Calm down, mate. Calm down.
Checking. And everyday Solars does an awesome, and I know she's listening, awesome Scouse accent. She does.
She said she's going to be right back, so she may not have been here to hear that.
Hey, by the way, welcome in, Christopher, and Scrap It All. Welcome in, Christopher. You still didn't answer my question. Where did all that brass come from? I want to know what you get that had all that brass. Here it is. It was mainly in a bed frame. Ah, there we go.
Oh yeah, bed frame.
That's old. To have a brass bed frame, that is old.
Yeah.
I remember picking up
Dean.
I've drunk my coffee now. My coffee's gone.
Yeah. I picked up a brass bed frame maybe 2 years ago, street scrapping.
That was nice.
You know, it was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know, somebody clearly was not paying attention.
But again, when you say someone wasn't paying attention, they were probably not into scrap or anything like that, and they just was getting new beds in the house, and they're sick of looking at that bed frame, and they just threw it out. They didn't care whether it was brass or wasn't brass. It didn't mean anything to them. They were probably moved into the house, maybe new people moving in, getting rid of the old stuff. You know,
yeah, could be.
You know, because again, the likes of us will take notice of that, but it's plenty of my friends wouldn't know brass from anything else when they throw stuff out. They wouldn't know if it was brass, silver, aluminium, what it was made of. If they're throwing stuff out, they never check.
Well,
and before I got into scrapping, I would never check to see what something was.
What people just decide to get rid of.
Yeah.
My video, if I ever decide to edit it and upload it, got asked, they want a couple of electric motors. Of course, yes. You know, went round. This is part of the stupid decision I made. So I ended up getting the electric motors. They gave me some other stuff. He said, oh, you can collect scrap. Oh, you can have this. He said, do you want this? I'll show you guys. And it's a pity Ralph ain't here. Because he was an old guy. He says, I used to do shooting in my time. And it was a lead. It's a lead smelter. Is that the word? Lead smelter?
No, not smelter, melter.
So it's an electric lead melterer. A melterer.
Making bullets.
Yeah, making bullets. Can I open that? I can't open that one. don't bend so well these days.
You think you'd be well lubricated after the wedding? Be able to bend, no problem.
So he used to make bullets when he used to do a lot of shooting, and he said he don't do that anymore. No use to him. Get rid of it. So now it's in my shed. But question is, can you melt aluminium in a lead melter?
What temperature will it get up to? That's what you need to know.
I don't know. It says on it. I doubt it. 500 watts. So I don't know.
Does it have a temperature reading on it? A temperature gauge or anything?
Well, I've never actually taken it out of the box.
Well,
Oh. There's lead ingots in it.
Nice.
oh, nice.
Several ingots.
Okay.
Another one in the oven.
Yeah. Hold on, let me make that bigger.
Is that readable?
Not really.
No. It says LEE, that's the bake, infinite heat control, 0 to 10, 500 watts. I don't know. There's nothing else on it.
Hmm.
The only thing to do is get it up to full whack, stick a tin can in it, see what happens.
Well, just get a watch go and see what temperature it reads at, and go from there, because you need to get up to what's aluminium melting point?
1,221.
Well, 660 Celsius. So.
Wow, I think what does lead melt at? Lead can't melt.
Oh, lead melts way lower than that.
About half of that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do aluminium. Tisky, we're on Tisky. So anyway, he gave me that. He gave me something else. We got talking.
327 Celsius is lead melting point. 327. So in Celsius. So again, I think it mightn't get up high enough for you, Mr. Matthews. But you never know. Someone might be able to Google that and see.
Solus says, sorry, thought it was for making bullets. You're right, it was for making bullets. Joel, we was talking about.
He was just saying I'm wrong that lead melts at 660 Fahrenheit. Well, I just Googled it and it said 660 Celsius or 1,220 Fahrenheit. So
that's aluminum.
Or aluminum, sorry, not lead. Lead. It says lead melts at 327 Celsius, or 621 Fahrenheit. So Google must be wrong. Jill.
So is it specifically for lead? Yes. Well, I don't know. He used it for melting lead to make bullets. He didn't give me the bullet molds. He only gave me that. You know. Interesting guy. Wow, this guy. He was well connected in the past. He married highborn. He was like, you know, like Lady of the Manor marries the gamekeeper.
Yeah.
He was like that. You know, he married
the gamekeeper.
He married highborn, and she was well connected, like royalty and all that lot. And he weren't. He was like a rubbing rag, you know.
Yeah,
and,
but he did know he was dealing with Lord Matthews of the Scrap Kingdom, didn't he?
So it was one of those things. I went around, picked two motors up with her 3 hours, and he got £300 out of me.
What?
Somebody got 300 pounds off you?
Or that must be a mistake. He must have dropped something.
All right, now we know. Remember when I was asking why the aluminum prices were spiking?
Yes.
Because the world found out that Ian Matthews parted with 300 pounds. I mean, that's right there. That's it. I mean, that threw the world economy into chaos.
Good to see you, Jules. Thanks for coming in.
I nearly cried. I actually said to him, "Do you want to see a grown man cry? I'll come back tomorrow."
My God, you parted with 300 of your English pounds.
I did indeed. Hey, I'll tell you what. Friday, I was at the cash machine. Now, do you have cash machines over there in the US of A?
Yeah, we call them ATMs.
All right, ATM. So I'm still doing that, you know, and nobody else. Quick look round, stick my card in, secret passcode, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick it in. Now, there's an etiquette, isn't there? People stay a distance away.
Yeah.
So, bangs it in. Goes through all the adverts. Do you want buying car insurance? Do you want household insurance? Like, no. Do you want cash? Yes. Do you want cash with a balance? No. I just want cash. Cash. You know,
cash with a receipt.
This amount of cash? No, I want more than this amount of cash. I put my figure in. It says, sorry, you can't have this amount of cash. You can have this. I'm like, finally, yes. And I noticed a young guy walk up at back of me. I'm saying young guy, 30 odd years old. Nothing scary about him, but he was close. He was in my space, if you know what I mean. He was in my space. So I'm at the point where I've done the transaction. My card comes out. You get about 5 seconds once your card comes out till you get your money. And the guy took a couple of steps forward as well. Now, he could be in a hurry. I don't know. I'm thinking, it's a bit like, he's only that far away from me. I'm like, he's going to like do a grab and run here. So, thinking to myself, well, what would he do? He'd probably shove me into the machine, grab the money and bugger off. Right, so I'm like, I don't know. I put my hand up machine like that. So I thought, well, if he shoves me, I ain't going to smash my head in machine, am I? Because I've got my hand there now. You know, I kind of turned sideways as well, ish. So I thought, well, he shoves me. My hand's there. And he's only shoving corner of me. He didn't. I just got my money and he went straight on machine. But you never know, do you? You know.
And
It's very wise to pay attention.
Back, please.
Because £300 I drew out. £300. I mean, I lost it early. An hour later, I give it a guy I never met before in my life. Only because he gave me 2 electric motors and
a lot of the machines here, Ian, they have at the ATM machines here, they have a mirror up there so that you can, see if somebody is coming up behind you while you're getting your money. And then, of course, they all have cameras on them now, so that the police can track somebody down if they need to for something like that. But
you know what it was?
Very, very important to keep your situational awareness at an ATM. Absolutely.
I know what it was. The guy was curious to see, was Ian Matthews really taking out money? Because Ian is known in the neighbourhood as being a bit of a scrounge. So he said it couldn't be possibly taking out money. So he just wanted to get a close look to see, was he actually taking out money?
That's true. It was like, he's actually drawing money out. Really? I want to film it. This will be on YouTube later.
It's going to be on YouTube. That's right.
Ian Matthews spins money.
What's next? The magnetic poles are going to shift.
Yeah. But a bit, I wonder what the
Well, I don't know how that happens on a flat Earth. How the poles shift.
I was reading somewhere they were saying the Earth was speeding up a bit. That must be because you were spending money. You really did change things around on the matrix.
Oh, I tell you what, it was.
Your bank ring you straight away, Ian, and go, we think that someone has broken into your bank account. Because when they seen money leaving, they must have surely thought someone had hacked
I spent some money that weekend, I really did. So we get to the hotel, we're settled in, and I've got my watch on. I've wore this watch.
Rolex?
The Rolex watch you had on?
Is yours still ticking?
No, she stopped ticking a long time ago.
Well, you've not wound it. So anyway, my watch is flat. You know, my battery's flat. So I'm in a strange town.
I never knew Rolexes worked off batteries.
So I speak to. I've seen yours. Have you wound it?
Yeah, but I never knew they worked off batteries.
No, mine worked off batteries. I've got a flat, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I speak to the cleaner in the hotel. She says, "Yeah, go into town, go to this jeweller's. They'll sort you out." I'm like, "I've never been to this town before in my life." "Yeah, go to this jeweller's." So it was a tale from hell. I'll try to cut it short. Okay, so it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I nip into town. Well, I see a Tesco, a big Tesco. I go in there first because our Tesco has a bit like of a Timpson's shoe battery repair thing. But no, they didn't have one. They tell me go into town to the same jewellers. I go into town, I find a parking spot, 30 minutes. No return within 1 hour. No problem, can't take that long, put a battery in a watch, can it? Nip up street, found the jewellers, go inside. There's only 3 people inside. Oh, bollocks, this dog's bollocks, this is easy, isn't it? 2 of the people were having a ring resized or something. So that went through a whole rigmarole of cash, transaction, sizing it, whatever. One woman in front of me, she's being served. I thought, this is easy. I'll be in and out before that 30 minutes is up. And this girl's looking through a loop. A loop, you know. And she said, yeah, she goes, that's like 9 carat, you know, gold, 9 carat gold. She puts it to one side. She goes, what else? She goes into this. I've not got one. It's the biggest shopping bag you've ever seen. And she shows her something else. And they go, oh, yeah, I think that's 18 carat. Yeah, it says 18 carat. What do you want to do with that? She said, I'll sell that. I said, well, so she turns around. She goes, are you in a hurry? I said, no, I'm on holiday, mate. I'm fine. You carry on. It's just that she says, it might be a while. That's all right. I just want a battery in my watch. Wait. I didn't know this carrier bag that she had were full of everything that she wanted appraising. There must have been 40 items in this bag, and she's pulling them out one at a time. I lost the will to live.
You get a fine, more importantly.
Eventually, I said to the woman, I said, so she says, after about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, she says, it's going to take a while, this. What do you want doing? She goes, I want a battery. Well, I said, I want a watch in my battery. That's what I actually said. I want a watch in my battery. She goes, I can't do that. That's all. Can you put a battery in the watch? She went, yes. Looked at it. She went, oh, it's got a crystal face. A bit like that Rolex. So she goes, I'm not happy at doing that. Because if I push it together, I might crack the crystal lens. I'm not happy. Speak to my manager. She's just nipped to the shop next door. I hung on another 5-10 minutes. Gets a message. I'm going for my break now. I'll be 20 minutes. Fuck no. So I says to the woman, I says, is there anywhere else in town I can go? She said, yeah, go to Hollins and Hollins, just at the end of this road. I said, because I'm on a 30-minute perking thing. I've only got 10 minutes left. She goes, go to Morrison's. You could perk up there for 3 hours. As though I know where Morrison's is in Congleton, a town I've never been before in my life. Well, I goes to the car, drives round, scrap gods are on my light. I find Congleton, Morrison's, perk up. By fluke, I finds the Hollins Jewellers, go inside. There's only 3 people. This ain't going to take long, is it? 2 of them are having something resized. Like Honestly.
Deja vu or something.
I'm like, well, what have I done wrong here? Well, have I pissed on somebody's chips or something? So they go through all the rigmarole. There's an elderly couple in front of me. I'm saying elderly, it must be knocking on 90, easy. So they stood there, the patient, they go in front of me, and I think, well, this will be easy, because he's got like a watch in his hand.
Hold on, Mike wants to ask the question.
I have a question. Is this going to be a long story?
I'll cut it short.
Well, he said he was cutting it short at the start, so I'd hate to have seen the long version.
So anyway, they get to the front, and they go. He looks at watch and says, we've got plenty of time yet, love. Turns to his missus says, have you got anything in opal? The other woman says, have you seen anything in the window? She went, no, we've just come straight in. Can you get everything out that's in opal? Like, are you fucking serious? Do you not know I'm in a hurry? And they got tray after tray after tray of anything that's got opal, like whatever opal is, fluorescent looking thing. And they're laying it all out. They're still sorting out, like ring sizing, we can take this, don't keep that. And I'm like, But a long story short, I was in there 20 minutes. Finally comes my turn. I said, could you possibly put a battery in this watch? She went, yeah. And the guy's just gone on his dinner. I said, I'll wait. Honestly, I got back. It was 4 o'clock when I got back. I'd left at 1 o'clock. Wife said, where have you been? You've been pub, haven't you? I said, I haven't been to the pub. I tried to tell her tale, and she lost interest about 20 minutes ago.
Ian, thanks for giving us the short version of that. That was very nice of you just to give us the short.
Anyway, so I'm in this shop, I'm moseying round, blah, 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 and I spot some rings. Now, when we went on holiday, my wife lost a ring, an eternity ring. We think it was pinched, but we can't say anything. So I thought, bollocks. So I said to the woman, I says, no, I know, if it slips over my finger and goes down to the bottom of my nail, it's her size. So I tried a few of these, won't fix. So anyway, day after the wedding, she says, where do you want to go? I said, come into town, go into this shop, I want to show you something. And she tried it on and she liked it, so I bought her the ring. Another eternity ring to replace the one that was lost in space in Spain.
I'm beginning to worry. I think you've been kidnapped and someone has scooped out your brain and put in a different one, because all you've is spending money. It can't be really Matthews. If you've bought a ring, you've paid a guy 300 quid, you've paid for a wedding. Matthew, are you sure you didn't bang your head or something? Did any of that scrap fall down on top of you?
I had a you can't take it with you moment.
You had an epiphany moment.
I'm at a
Is that the same epiphany you had this time last year, or maybe October last year, where you were going to clear everything out of the shed and you were going to just be scrapping everything out, you were getting rid of it? Same epiphany, is it?
Similar.
No, it was an alien pod that has taken over Ian's body.
Jesus. I can't believe he's spending money. It's something definitely wrong.
Oh, I have spent some, I can tell you. It's scary. I don't even want to look at my bank account. That separate bank account, you know what I mean?
That's special. It's like the hidden location. It's the hidden bank account as well. The secret location. I seen you on Scrap Chat making contact with a crowd there to maybe take all your e-waste from your secret location. Did they come back to you on it?
That's true, because I've spent that much. I'm thinking, like, I've got to get something back here. I don't care what I get. I've got to get something back.
Did they make contact with you?
No, he hasn't.
Oh. By the way, HH Recycling, welcome in. Couldn't talk to you in the middle of Ian's short story he was telling us.
So that short story that Ian just said, I wrapped up all these iSeries. So
Apologies, Mike. Apologies. So
I enjoy listening to your.
I've got a few things in the can. I mean, the wedding. I started doing some bits about the wedding, and then my son stopped me. He said, "Dad, I've paid a fortune." Oh, you have? He said, "I've paid a fortune for a professional photographer. Put your phone down, enjoy the wedding." So actually, after the wedding, I didn't really do much. So I just have to wait for the professional that I've paid for to show me how good he was.
So I was just saying, you men have hidden bank accounts as well. I just thought it was the wives that used to have that.
Oh, my wife calls it my dodgy account. So have you got a dodgy account?
The dodgy account.
So,
she
Ian,
won't do so well.
Did you learn storytelling from an Irish instructor or something? I mean,
You can't be like ye Americans, just straight to the point. You have to emband the story a bit. You have to embellish it. You have to make the story worth telling. Isn't that right, Ian?
I hope my speech never surfaces. My wife wrote my speech for me. And it says it's just a Burris fleshed it out and you can ad lib. So I just read it. I thought, yeah, I can ad lib. But it started off, "Hello, my name's Ian." Well, I could I? In front of all these people. "Hello, my name's Ian." I'm in a barn, I'm in a big shed. I'm like, "Hello, my name's Ian." I said, "Right, welcome to my shed." I got the dirtiest look ever from my missus.
I bet you got a laugh from anyone that knows your channel straight away.
Yes, I did. Yeah. There was quite a few there that knew what I did.
Knew what it was about. Like, and there'd be other people, what does he mean by the shed? You know, what's he on about?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to me shed.
Oh, and I choked up at the end. I couldn't finish my speech. I choked up. I'm like, I've let the Matthews side down because we're supposed to be like really hard-hearted and swinging brick in here, you know.
What's that? Like Ian Matthews gets choked up at a wedding, spending money. I don't know. Are you the real Ian Matthews at all?
Yeah, we had a strange plant in the garden growing. It's taken over me.
Well, he got choked up because partway through his speech, he realized how much money he was spending on this wedding. It all came and hit him at the moment.
Don't go there.
Tell me this, Ian. Did you go around looking for the tin wrap that was beyond the champagne bottles?
No.
Telling them that's why he tipped the waitresses. He said, "Any of the stuff that you take off the bottles of champagne, put them in a bag for me later. I look after ye."
Champagne? Matthew's wedding. It was like Prosecco. What do you mean, champagne?
Actually, I like Prosecco better than champagne.
Do you know what's really good? Prosecco, when it's gone flat, it's like a strong cider.
Yep, I can see that.
Daniel wants to know, was there a PayPal jar at the wedding?
So
he gives out his PayPal in the middle of the speech, and my PayPal account is.
I'll tell you how little I know. You know, I'm like, it just dawned on me halfway through, the wedding. Talking to my wife, I said, considering paid a considerable part to the wedding, I went, we've not actually talked about a wedding gift. And she kind of looked at me and went, "Oh, just don't worry about that." I'm like, "What do you mean, don't worry about it?" She goes, "I've given him an envelope." I said, "You give him money?" What I frigging spent on this wedding, you've given money as well.
Ian, I've never seen a hearse with a trailer on it. Remember that. So I haven't. American's favorite hoarder, welcome in. Good to see you. Scrappy Metals, welcome in if I didn't say hi to you. And do you know what? At the very, very start, I think I missed Scrap and Salvage to say hi to him. So if you're still there, sorry if I missed you at the start. I just seen that I think I may have not said hi to you when you came in. But so are you over the shock of spending all that money at the wedding now? Has it finally, settled down for you? You're over that shock.
I'm getting over it. I'll touch this camera and I know it's going to go off.
Oh, here we go. There he goes. Before I'd even chance to make him bigger, he just disappeared. He's coming back. Here we go. Oh, look at that nice bright copper.
Nice load of copper.
So I'm feeling a lot better now, yes.
Are they out of the motors that you bought?
They're still in the back of the car, actually.
Now, Ian, I have a question for you. So maybe it's a cultural thing that I'm missing here. But I thought that the tradition was that the groom's.
You're right. I know where you're coming from. Yeah.
Reception and the bride's wife paid for the everything like.
Yeah, you're right. It was. We just helped. That's all.
Okay, and your daughter's not married yet?
Not yet, but she's been on 4 dates. So
I was going to say after Ian seeing what he paid for this wedding, he's never letting her get married.
Well, I mean, I was kind of sort of working up to that part of the question, but I didn't want to shock Ian too much.
He goes, right, we only had to help out in this wedding, but when she's getting married, it has to be really the bride's father that looks after the biggest part of it. No way you're getting married.
Just,
Johnny Five,
my wife started saving up for her wedding when she was born. Put it that way. In another separate dodgy account. I have no
idea. What Ian has told her,
Johnny Five.
She has to find a highborn to get married to. No commoner for her. It has to be a highborn.
The guy she's going out with at the moment, he has his own house, so it's a plus at the moment.
If she plays back this, she'll be mortified with you. talking about her. So she'll be saying, "Dad, I've warned you before not to mention me."
Well, you have seen my picture I put up. I was dead proud of her.
Yeah. I've seen that.
She hated that photo, by the way. She said, of all the pictures, why did you have to pick that one? I'm like, well, what's up with it? You're beautiful. She goes, my arm's not in the right place. I'm like, what? I said, you've got a bit of a wispy hair here. You're looking wistfully. The light, everything's fantastic. You're beautiful. This is like my arm's not in the right place. You could have said he was taking that picture, and she'd have done her Instagram. I don't know what they do. It's like no double chin. I'm going to say,
just don't do a duck face. That's all I'm asking. Don't do a duck face.
Do a duck face, Ian. Do a duck face.
What's this?
Johnny Five.
Well, I'll go for it. What's a duck face?
I'm not.
Duck face.
I know what a duck do is.
We paid for our wedding. Heck, we even borrowed the preacher. Don't know what you mean by borrow the preacher. Did you just kidnap him or something? Just the preacher going down the street, grab him, and you do the wedding. The boyfriend's going to bring Ian a bag of aluminium cans to trade for the daughter.
Boyfriend, to be honest, yeah, I have scared off a couple of boyfriends. I'll be quite honest.
How'd you scare them off? Bring them out to the shed and just show them what you do to copper and stuff like that, and they just go, he's not seeing
I
man.
think it's more like just coming out holding an hammer, holding an hammer, 60 kilos in one hand, hammer it to the other hand, and saying, "That's caught me at a bad time, lad. What's want?"
Ian's going to pay his daughter's dowry from the secret location.
Oh, is that secret location coming on, Ian? Have you?
I'm approaching the roof. We've got a problem coming. I have to start another set of 1-ton bags and build up.
It'll be like that. That what was that last video you said? Houston, we have a problem. Well, it'll be like that again, will it?
Yeah. I've got to do this next video. People have stopped asking me now. What's up? Are you all right? Are you okay? They've stopped asking. Internet is so fickle. I've already faded into people's memory.
You had your 15 minutes of fame and it's all gone.
Ian, the internet will never forget you.
Yeah, I was going to say I like that that little bit of kit you got from them crowd to do the review on the what's the name of that company
Evolution.
Again? Evolution, yeah. Free bit of kit.
I still need to do that.
Video. And imagine the cheek of E-Waste Mike sending you something that you could have mortally killed yourself with just before the wedding.
I was close.
Really?
I was close,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah. Like, how dare you?
As soon as I recognised it, I had the welding gloves on.
Welding gloves on. Because, like, Ian, I was sure that I said, Ian is definitely going to lose a limb here opening that.
You really know who your friends are when they send you stuff that can kill you.
Yeah, when they send you a pillow, you really know they don't like you.
Send them a couple more.
I was wondering what I told.
So what's happened to what's happening to Raphael Murik anyway?
He's busy with work. Well, around this time, isn't it this time of year? He usually does himself and his friends meet up for that game and thing to do for a while or something. Is it that? Usually as well this time of year. And I think he was waiting for his contract to be renewed from work, so hopefully that's been renewed for him and stuff like that. So, all right, people sometimes need a break. I didn't put any videos out for weeks there.
It's not that I've had a break. I've just literally been spending all the time hitting this stuff. As you know, you film things. I've said it earlier. It takes so much time.
Yeah.
I filmed loads. I just I go in, it's 9:30, it's time, I'm getting old. I need to go to bed early. It's basically it, really.
Well, you'll have plenty of time once you retire. You've only got, a year left? Is it you were saying?
I have a year from January, yes.
Yeah. So then you'll have your time for doing videos every day.
I'm looking there every day. Solar says, yes, I wasn't even allowed in this shed the week before the holiday. So no, my wife put the foot down with a firm hand. Says you're not scrapping, you're not doing anything, you're not holding any paper in case you get a paper cut. Nothing.
Hey Daniel, take it easy. Daniel has to go, so take it easy. Thanks for being in, Daniel. Appreciate it. As always, have a good week ahead. Hope everything is good for you. Do you have room in your secret location for an American who may be homeless soon?
Why would E-Waste Mike be homeless when he divulged something to us off stream?
That went to shit.
Did that not pan out?
No. You didn't see his last video.
I got screwed with
what? Mike does videos?
I got one or two.
Yeah, no, he didn't get the house after all.
Oh,
He
That's
got
tragic.
he got gazumped at the last minute by a bigger bid.
I got good on.
Right.
So he has to have everything moved out of that shed he's in now by the 13th, was it he said? Or 13th, I think, of September. So he has on 13th September, and as he was saying there, it's impossible to find storage units at a good price anymore over there as well. They're gone so
That's
expensive.
where I came in. I was listening to that, and then you mentioned my name, so I thought I'd come on.
Yeah.
I listened to that. I'm thinking, what you need is a secret location. But
Well, yeah.
but I guess you've pissed your neighbours off so much that nobody will take you on. Because you look like a, cantankerous, garrulous, chap.
Did you see his short video I put up earlier today? This is why I work alone.
Come on, let's see you mush instead of like you just your elbow.
His neighbour was helping him out, and he was giving out to his neighbour.
No, my neighbor was just in my freaking way.
He was helping you out. Did you notice that Ian, did you notice he also got rid of his ponytail?
I lost my strength.
I wouldn't notice because I've only seen his elbow for the last half hour. You know what I mean? Shoulder, elbow.
I'm adding up my iSeries CPUs.
American Favorite Horror goes, that happened to me, that's why I bought a house. So yeah, well that's what Mike was trying to do. He's trying to buy the house, and
say I understand.
The deal was agreed, but unfortunately over in America, when you agree a deal with someone else can still come in and gazump you.
In America, it's not a thing to buy your house, isn't it? It's all rented.
I don't know, a lot of people would buy houses in America too.
A lot of people buy houses over here.
The problem is they want top dollar for a shithole.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I don't know. I was watching somebody the other day on YouTube. He's like, I'm sick of this. He was in the city. He's got it and he's bought, I don't, fuck knows. He bought, 50 acres of woodland. And it cost, he's like cost him so many thousands of dollars. I'm like, wow, 50 acres of like woodland. And he's building his own place on this. He's built himself up. Well, he's a YouTuber and he's doing the whole thing. He's just bought a plot of land. He's putting a road in. He's building a pond. He's building a house.
So he's a homesteader, going off grid sort of thing.
Yes.
Get out of the city. Yeah, but that wouldn't suit Mike, because Mike needs to be in where his business is, where he's running his scrap. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, it'd be a bit hard to do a scrap business, I'd say. You need to be in a city for that sort of carry on. I think it's land only anymore. That's why. Yeah, but house prices are getting really. A lot of people are being pushed out of buying houses, and they have to rent anymore, because especially first-time buyers, some of the prices that houses have gone to here in Ireland, it's just crazy. You can't buy. What's the average price of a house in Dublin at the moment? Average. Dublin.
Longest dog for a walk, that were. Right. Let's read. God, I wouldn't like try and shift all the stuff in Mike's place.
No, and he has the basement of the other place to clear out too.
I mean, it's like, Rafael Scrapper. His place is full, and then he's got his basement full.
Yeah. No, in Dublin, it's saying there, I was just looking to see what the average price of a house in Dublin is. 500,000 you're looking at to buy is the average cost of a house in Dublin. Now, that's just the average cost. Some of them will be a lot more, but the average house is 500,000 to buy a house.
Well, it's not that round here. The house I live in, I paid 38,000 for it 40 years ago. No, 35 years ago. Yeah, it's now worth 200,000 plus. But you can still find properties in the area, a terraced house, 2 up to your own. You can still pick them up for 60 grand if you're willing to do some repairs to it. So there are some cheap houses still available.
Yeah, what the government done over here in Ireland is try and say them houses that need doing up that people are afraid to buy. If you buy a house that no one has lived in it for, I think it's 5 years. If no one has lived in that house, it's and no one has lived in it, they're giving you 50,000 towards doing it up. So, which is a good incentive to buy a house. But what's happened then is anyone that has these houses is putting another 20 or 30,000 on top of the price they're asking, because they're saying, well, you're getting 50,000 grand, so it means you can afford to pay 20,000 more to us. So
here in the UK, there's an interesting app, right? This app, and it's like, do you know an house that's not lived in, abandoned, right? And basically, you go on this app. So you might know a property in your street. Nobody's lived in it for 10 years. You put that address and you register it to this app. They then contact the people who own that house, and if they sell it, you get 10% of the selling price just for contacting that, just for registering it with them. And there's a lot of people making some good money on that.
Interesting. That's an interesting way to get to deal with the urban blight. Yeah.
Yeah, because as they over here, they've done that 50,000 for anyone that is doing up an old house that hasn't been lived in or whatever. You get 50,000 towards doing it up to try and solve the housing crisis, because there's so many people that are looking for houses and can't get houses at the moment in Ireland. So,
well, here in the Greater Manchester Borough, they've got a thing where the council will they're looking at it. If you've got a property that you're not living in, you're not renting it out, you ain't done it up, they'll contact you and say either you rent it out or you sell it.
Yep.
And if you don't, they'll buy it off you. And the terms aren't brilliant.
Yeah, over here they're looking at something the same, but what they're doing is they're saying they're not going to take it off you, or they're not going to make you rent it, but they're going to charge you a higher tax at the end of the year.
Yeah, double, triple.
Yeah.
Council tax. Whoa.
I have a phone call.
Mike, can you just do a little bit of a twizzle? Let's have a look at the short back and sides.
He's turning you down. He doesn't want to listen to you. Let me see what people are saying in the chat. No way I'm going to go around looking for abandoned houses now. Trash you put aside before you move to another spot. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sellers be looking for abandoned houses and find carloads of scrap. Yeah, that's the other side of it. Did you when in the last week have you done much diving into skips, Mr. Matthews? No, have you come across any skips in the area that you've dived into?
No. I'm not looking. I'm driving with blinkers on at the moment.
My life's a shambles.
It's just
That's a shambles. Watchcall wants to see your nice new haircut. Ian does.
Yeah, go on, do a swizzle. A swivel? Do a swivel.
Yeah.
See how he's hiding behind the logo in the corner.
Shut it up. The only highlight in my life right now is that blue barrel that has 180 pounds of copper in it.
Mike, if I was closer, I would say, who did that to you, pal? Just let me know. I'll go around this.
A friend of mine whose daughter is going to barber school, so I have on a good note, I did donate my ponytail to Locks to Love, which is a cancer organization. So.
When I was a lad, when I were a wee lad, what they used to do was stick a ball on top of your head and cut round it. And that looks exactly the same. It looks like he's took a pon, stuck it on your head, and cut round it. Right,
Let me tell you something. I'm not on this world to impress anybody.
right. So you're not on the dating scene then. Well, obviously, you know.
No. Them days are long gone.
Listen, me talking like at the wedding, right? They had this character artist, caricature artist. So my daughter says, "Go on, Dad, have one with me." I sat down. He says, "You're doing her." I watched him do me. A bit like that. That was my head. That was my head. It was like a boiled egg. I'm like, God, at least give me a bit of her, like, you know. And he went, that was it. He says, "You guys are easy to do."
Yeah, us baldies are very easy to do.
But wait a minute, Ian, you asked him to give you her?
It was the merest, fuzziest you've seen. Oh, my son's mate. He's like, you won't know him, like Gordon Brown. He's got big, fuzzy eyebrows. Did this character of him. Honestly, it looked like big black caterpillars over his eye. And my wife thought it was hilarious. And she kept, everyone she saw, she kept sending over to his table, saying, "Go over to his table and have a look at his drawing." So I go over, I said, "Come on, Johnny, let's have a look at you." He went, "Why does everybody keep going over? You want to look at me drawing?" My wife said, "I'm sending everybody over. They're hilarious."
If you're single when you hit a certain age, we turn invisible. Yeah, true enough, Daniel. Turn invisible. When you're single, you get to a certain age, you just turn invisible.
Oh, balls, brilliant. You're in and out at shower. That's it. You know, that wash and go I used, well, it did. Wash and go. You know, but I mean, it lasts forever, doesn't it? Tiniest little
tiny
bit.
little drop. Tiny little drop. And that's it.
I got to admit, you know, having actually grown more hair than I've ever had in my life, it's you know, like it just feels different. You know, it's like, you know, if I've had a good sweaty day at the shark cage, it's like, what the heck is back here? Oh, it's my hair. Yeah.
Trouble is, mine grows out sideways. I look like Coco the Clown. When,
like Krusty the Clown, it grows out from the side here, like. Like Krusty the Clown from fucking Simpsons. We're looking for a daddy for their 3 kids.
Single and married, doesn't matter.
Hey, Mike, I do have a serious question for you, though. As you've been talking about the real estate prices up by where you live, I don't, you know, you were walking around the other day talking about the prices of this house and that house and stuff. Is there something going on in your neighborhood that's causing those prices to climb like that? Is there like a big rental takeover or something?
No, my neighborhood ain't that. My neighborhood is a mile away from Detroit, so there ain't no value in these houses. People think there is, but there's not.
Is that what they call the Rust Belt, Detroit?
I don't know what they call it.
Is it where like it was all big iron industry?
Well, that's where all the motor industry was one time. Detroit, with all the Fords and
places in Detroit are a couple $1 million. Doggy Bones, go fuck yourself.
Still, Ian, we're not talking about here. My wife said to me, she goes, "When you've had a shave, make sure you cook them potatoes in your ear."
Sorry, Irish.
You're all right, Mike.
That's why that motherfucker's blocked on my channel, because he's an idiot.
Yeah. Hey, Doggy Bones, yeah, there's no, I don't know what your problem is. There's comments here for the last while. And we try and keep this stream as friendly as we can. If you can't be friendly to people, then you don't have much going on in your life. So cool it down or take a hike. So anyhow, that's the story. Back to normal transmission. So
how did you go on in the Navy, Shark, with her her policy?
Well, I mean, you have to keep your hair cut short. They have, there's some standards about how long your hair can be and such. For me, it was easy when I was in the Navy. I'd sit down in the barber's chair and I'd say, okay, 2 all around. We're done. I had sailors that were always trying to push the limit, about how long their hair was and how long it had been since they had a haircut, and so it's like you always got people that are trying to push that limit on their hairstyle and such. So, and of course now they have I don't know what the standard is for women, but there's a standard for women and how they can wear their hair and such as well. So, it's when I first joined the Navy, you could have a beard, and I think it was a year or 2 after I got my commission when they came out and said no more beards in the U.S. Navy. So that was a big to do when everybody had to shave their beards.
I've never been able to grow a beard ever. Oh, Mike's gone.
Okay.
Hello?
He just got busy. He may have hit the cord or something.
Yeah, I know we've seen him out. What I was going to say there, in the army, are you allowed to grow beards now as well? Or when you get to a certain rank, are you allowed to grow a beard?
I don't know.
No, the grooming standards have nothing to do with rank.
Okay.
I mean, other than when you first go into boot camp, they cut your hair really short when you first go into boot camp. Again, it's not like they're shaving you bald like they used to do, but once you get done boot camp, then you're allowed to, you just go to whatever the standard is. But it has nothing to do with rank. Everybody's got to abide by the same standard.
I think I know my lad was in the army. He used to. They brought out this device and it had like 3 things on it. He just went over all your head. They did it a uniform size, and I think because he served a lot of time in the hot countries, it just suited him. Get it shaved off.
Oh yeah, I mean when I would go out, when I would leave for deployment, the night before we'd go out on deployment, or the day before, I'd go to the barbershop and I'd say, yeah, just shave it all off. I mean, I'd look like Irish, only not good looking, and, and that way, because you're going to be gone for 6 months or so. And so, 6 months later, you've got hair again. Well, when you're out in the heat like that, short hair is definitely, it's definitely much nicer, much more comfortable. And you just got to be careful right after you get your hair cut like that to wear a hat, because your hair has been covering your head. If you get it shaved, you can get a real serious sunburn real fast.
Hey, bank holiday tomorrow here in the UK.
Oh yeah, we have our bank holiday at the start of August. You have it at the end of August. So we have it the first Monday of August. You have it the last Monday of August. I think, isn't that it?
So well, today we've been suffering from mold on a bathroom ceiling. Now we got an extractor fan. We've got all the windows always open. The roof is well insulated, but we're getting this mold. So today I've down to sand all the ceiling down, paint it with mold killer, wipe that off, sand it all down, wipe it all down with thinners, paint it. So I'm going to see how that long goes, and when I'm off tomorrow, I'm going to do.
There's a paint you can get to stop mold coming through. So you can get a paint you can put on and it stops mold. So maybe look at doing that. Hey Dan, welcome in K&D Scrapping. Good to see you, sir. Hope all is good.
Hey Dan.
And you're sure you're not having any leaks over that ceiling?
No, it's just like You know, where the water is and moles.
They'd be doing well to get up on the ceiling, so they would. Bathroom moles. They're a new type.
We have bathroom moles.
Yeah, they come in out of the garden for the winter.
Oh yeah, we expect. It's getting chilly. It's getting darker earlier.
It is. It's been a bad summer. It's been a bad summer.
I've actually got this on tonight, so I'll be expecting mice to be invading my shed.
I was about to say that. Do you ever come across move anything and next thing you see a mouse running across your floor?
Oh, I do get mice in here occasionally. It worries me because, you know, I see things move out corner of my eye. And what's that? What's that? You know, I think like it's the scrap angel saying, "Ian, put that grinder down and go in." You know.
Welcome back, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Ian, there's no scrap angels in your shed. Just scrap. Well, okay,
Demons.
devils are angels too from the other side.
Demons.
Well,
Scrap demons.
I've got to say, there's spirits in this shed.
There you go, spirit.
Yeah, they're
Definitely spirits in this shed.
They're in bottle form in spirits.
Mike, what is that?
Copper motor.
Oh, okay, now I see it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
You're taking all those little plasticky things off.
I'm putting them on.
You're putting them on.
More weight, ain't it?
Electronic scrapper. Want to get mine cut as well. More down. Blah, 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 blah. What's that?
So old speckled hen. Whoa, that's shot up in price. It used to be like £4. Now it's like £5.49 a pack. It's gone up £1.49 a pack. Do that. You're good at math, aren't you?
That's not him that's good at math. It's Geek Shark, and he's actually not working tonight. You give him the night off.
So if it was £4, if it was £4 and it's now £5.49, so it's gone up £1.49. That's over 25%, isn't it?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yes. Yeah, that's over 25%. Yeah.
Shocking.
Hey, Ian, when I was an ensign in the Navy, I was making so little money that I used to go to the grocery store and I used to buy generic beer. So you go to the generic section of the grocery store and there would be white cans, and on blue, printed in blue, would be beer.
It's like the cans they use in the films when they don't want to promote some brand of beer. They just have beer wrote on the can, like.
Yeah, it was, and that's what it said, beer. You know, and it was always the cheapest crap that you could possibly buy. But basically, that's what we could afford. So.
Oh well, we're on a sea change here in the UK at the moment. Scotland, a while ago, 2 years ago, introduced a pricing per alcohol level.
Minimum alcohol pricing. They're doing that in Ireland as well.
So they ran that for 2 years, and they did all sorts of tests and results, and basically it didn't do anything to cut down the alcoholism in Scotland, which it's renowned for. So once they proved it didn't do anything, they introduced it to England. So now all alcohol is priced per alcohol content. So I like to drink the strong stuff, you know, like 8.5%. I only have 2 cans, but I do like to drink that. The price is just hiked up. But the shops, the brewers, they don't want to pay the tax. So they reduced the alcohol content on all the beers. So Old Speckled Hen, which used to be 5%, is now 4.8%. And that's across the board. All the beers have dropped their alcohol percentage. You're like, what? Why?
You have to drink more to get the same effect, Ian, so more money.
Well, I tried that. You know, I drink too much. You know, I drink too much. You know, and
what? How would you drink too much? We've never seen you fall off any cheers or anything with drink involved. What's you on about?
I drink too much. It's not quantity I drink. it's high strength stuff I drink too much of, and I thought I have to cut down. So I started buying this cheap stuff, 3.2%, what they call session beer, so you can drink it all afternoon and not get drunk. I bought twice as much because it was like drinking pulp.
Yeah, and you wind up taking in a whole lot of more calories. So you're not gonna die from alcoholism. You're gonna die from being fat.
So I was like, just drinking it. And it's like, I'll stick to me a couple of cans of strong, black cans, a couple of black cans every night, and leave it at that, you know. Electronic Scrapper says, what do I think of Hobgoblin? Oh, it's lovely, Hobgoblin. There's several different. I'm reading something in chat by ES. You know, I like Hobgoblin. I was drinking King Goblin last night, actually. And that's like 6.8%. Oh no. By the way, that wasn't me being inebriated. My chair fell to pieces.
Yes.
I just love the way when you're just about and just the face changing and gone. That is so funny.
And I'd like to know, there was only Pooh's mate who actually said, Ian, are you okay?
You all right? Everyone else was just
all the merriment and mirth. There was only Pooh's mate who said, Ian, are you actually okay?
Yeah.
Because I actually fell, when I fell over, I fell sideways, and I got wedged between some scrap, and I couldn't actually move. So my elbow was underneath me, and I couldn't get a grip. And the only thing I could get hold of, I was scared of getting hold of, because if I get hold of that, it's all going to come down on top of me.
As Boozman said there, she was upset by it. I wasn't there the night it happened, but I was looking back at it, and she was the only one that was actually concerned about your safety. Everyone else just couldn't stop laughing at you. Now, again, if you were hurt in it, I wouldn't play it, but you weren't hurt. Just your pride.
Only my pride
was hurt.
It was the day after when I realised there was a metal spike that far away from my head and a metal spike that far away from my head. And I'm like, I could have skewered myself. But then again, I have a scrap angel in here looking after me.
I can see a shark scrapper safety tip being done on that at some stage about being aware of having your chair in such a way that it doesn't collapse when you sit on it. And that
because he obviously hasn't watched the one about clutter.
No. Anyways, Mike did, because I heard him in one of his videos they were saying lately he was getting rid of clutter from around the place.
Yeah.
Clutter.
Yes.
Can we define clutter?
Yeah, just turn around. That your green screen is in the Oxford English Dictionary under the word clutter.
You know, that hurts because I actually tidied all that up. That's what hurts.
As Everyday Salers says there, I hope you move them spikes, Ian. So are their spikes no longer there, or are they still in the same place?
Yeah.
There's probably a few more.
Yeah.
But like someday, have you ever really? Now I know you do injure yourself fairly often, Dean. But have you ever been? This is for anyone in the chat as well. Have you ever really, really badly injured yourself, Scrap, that you ended up in hospital or anything out from it? Now, touch wood, I haven't. Touch wood, I haven't done anything that bad that I've ended up having to go and get into a doctor or anything. But I've had a few close calls where you go, "Ooh, that could have been nasty," you know. Have you? No, I'm not trying to go with you. I'm just saying in general, like as well. Have they ever ended up in hospital from a scrapping injury?
Well, yes, I've ended up in hospital, but I And it was so unintentional. I was stripping a dishwasher, and I'd gone in with me cordless drill under a screw, and as I withdrew, I must have run across the edge of the stainless steel whatever, and it sliced me down to the bone on my thumb.
Ooh, nasty.
Oh, that hurts. And I had gloves on, and it's when I went like that, and my gloves on, I bent it open to have a look, and I could see my bone. And I went, oh. Oh. I went, oh, that's not good.
Ouchie.
Ouch. I went in and I said to the daughter, I think you need to run me to the hospital. And she run me to the hospital. She went, it must be bad, Dad, because you're not speaking. I'm like, no, I'm not speaking.
So how many stitches?
I can't remember, 4 or 5. I went
Was
to
that
the local A&E. It was 10 to 8 in the evening. They shut at 8. So they said, we can't deal with you. We'll have to send you to, you'll have to make your own way to the Wigan A&E. But they at least bandaged it up. I got home, so I said, I'll drive there. I went there. I went in, saw triage, explained. They went, oh, let's have a look. I said, you're not having a look at it. I said, just trust me. It's bad. It's down to the bone. I think they call it level 3. I think they call it. Eventually, I got seen. I sat there for a while. Nurse came. She unwound it, looked at it, and oh, yeah, well, we need to sort that out. I was there for about 20 minutes. I called this nurse over. I said, what are we waiting for? She said, oh, we can't find an anaesthetist. Someone said that for me.
Anaesthetist.
We can't find somebody to inject you to null the pain. I said, it can't hurt any worse. Just stitch it up. She went, really? She goes, without any injection? I said, can it hurt any more? So she said, well, we can do that. So she started sewing it up. So I'm watching. She went, oh, you must have a high pain threshold. I said, no, I'm not. I said, I just want to go home. I said, it hurts. But carry on.
So that's been your worst accident.
Yes. That's the worst one, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've had so many close calls. When I dropped that vice and it landed on my foot and it landed on the steel toe cap, that was very, very lucky.
Yeah, no, that's it. I've had a few close calls with stuff dropping stuff, and lucky enough didn't land on me or whatever. Or I had steel toes on or whatever. But just shows how simple as an accident can happen in your shed or something like that. What the Poosma says, I thought I was going to have to go to hospital when my cat jumped on my face.
All right, so Thursday at work, we've got an apprentice start. He started Monday. Monday had his induction. Tuesday, Wednesday, doing a job. They decided the job he was doing, and an older guys, they couldn't get in with a flat disc to clean it. He said, what you need is a wire, a twist. He came into the office, and he's an Italian Libyan who doesn't speak much English. And he's trying to point out, worked it out, he needed a twisted knot, flat wire brush. So not a cup. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a twisted knot. So my boss said, get them, clear all that. The customer was complaining about spatter. And when it arrived, I looked at it, I thought, that's going to take somebody's skin off. They give the apprentice the job, didn't he? So Thursday, I get a call. Can I go to the toilets? The guy's hurt his finger, the apprentice. And to be fair, he hadn't done anything stupid. He'd done 50 of these things. He'd done 48 of them. and he was using the grinder. He's using it properly, and then he decided that the cable was in his way, so he put the grinder down to move the cable, and he didn't switch it off. So when he put it down with a bit of wire wheel, as soon as he got the cable, the wire wheel caught the steel, flipped it forward, and caught his glove. And being a wire wheel, it grabbed, rather than being a flat disc or a cutting disc where it would just cut. So it grabbed it and it pulled it into the guard. That finger. So it pulled it into the guard. So he's like fully guarded and everything. It chewed away a lot of his finger top.
Oh, nasty.
And I had to deal with that, I said, I can't feel a thing, like, I dealt with it, like, I thought,
So
I'm glad it worked.
Potential accident.
That's like
The worst potential accident I ever had was that.
Yeah, where the cat exploded up in his face.
Yeah.
I had that with the blue hand.
Yeah, that could have been a bad one if I didn't have my glasses on.
And I think Mike, he had the grinder one where the grinder tried to eat his shirt.
I've had that. I had a big woolly jumper on, and it caught. This was a cup wire brush, and it went, and it ended there. In a white, but all tied up in my jumper, so it just stalled. And I'm thinking,
And oh yeah, Mike had the one where he was cutting as well. Do you remember that, Mike, when you were cutting and you had to actually finish the live?
Yeah.
I think that was a bad one too.
Yeah.
But the worst one I ever had, I was fluffing a pillar. On a live stream. But the thing about accidents, they happen. People say accidents don't happen; they're caused, but sometimes they just happen. You don't know why they've happened.
Well,
no, there's always a reason why an accident happens. Sometimes we don't recognize all of the things that led to the accident happening, but yeah, like your apprentice, he should have turned off the grinder before he set it down.
He should have.
That's standard practice. You turn it off before you set it down.
Just that moment thinking he'd done 48 and he's just all he wanted to do was just move the cable, and he's just gone like that, and it's within a second you think,
yeah, that's usually what happens. We get in a routine and our brain goes into auto and we hurt ourselves.
Well, that's the same as road accidents. You could be traveling the same road for 50 years, and your brain is just used to doing that road, and you just switch off, and then an accident happens. Because you get complacent of doing the same thing, doing it over and over and over, and you go, I've done this before, I've cut this wire before, I've grinded this piece before, and then bang, it happens.
It's like I got the same routes every day for the last 25 years. Honestly, sometimes I've pulled up at work and thought, how have I got here? And I have no recollection of the last 5 miles going through traffic lights or whatever. I think, how have I got here?
Yeah.
Here's
it's first thing in the morning. I haven't even started drinking yet.
Yeah. Here's one. I was on YouTube the other day, and I seen these grinder blades. And there was the guy who was demonstrating them, and they were called H2 grinder blade, guaranteed for life. And your man was the demonstration he was doing, he was cutting from steel to block to back plastic and back in.
Yeah,
and you seen them? I've only seen them in America. I just wondered, did Shark or Mike ever come across them? Oh, hold on, here we are. Mike might have one.
Yeah.
And they're total shit. They don't fit any grinders.
And I was just going to say, Guido Wandelt bought some.
Yeah.
And he said, They don't fit any grinder.
No, and they give you this adapter that can go in the shred bucket with this.
And was that from the same company? What was the name of the company?
Oh, I don't
Timu.
No.
I don't know. This was called the indestructible disc, is what they call
No,
it.
these ones are from Bad Dog Tools or something they're called.
Yeah.
And they're HD2. So I was just wondering, did anyone use them or whatever? Like, you know, it's I was thinking about buying some because I was there looking at your man and he said they give a lifetime guarantee, and if they go blunt or they don't cut something, you send them back to them and they'll send you out a new one.
No.
Now they're dear, they're not cheap.
They give you all this shit and it's worthless.
I
And
was
here's the catch. Here's the catch.
One,
You buy the disc,
okay.
but because this disc don't fit shit, then you have to buy this, which is worthless. This is worthless. That's worthless. This is a fucking frisbee. I am done.
Well, I must admit, because I was doing all the fire extinguishers, I thought that'd be ideal for me.
Yeah. Well, this one now.
And then I saw the advert, and it was like, buy two and get one free. I thought, well, if they're indestructible and last for life, why do I need to buy more than one?
This crowd now.
Exactly. Yeah.
These ones, like this company, I think is different now than the ones you are looking at there. The blade is dear. It's not a cheap blade. It's like 170 quid for one small 4-inch blade or 4.5-inch blade. So it's not a cheap blade.
The
So
problem
I'd say it's a different company.
the hole. It's the hole for the grinder. They don't fit.
Make the hole bigger.
You know what? Me and my neighbor sat here for 45 minutes with drills that you can't even cut through that stuff.
Now, again, the one you're looking at, Mike, the one you showed there, I found them on Amazon there as well, and 5 of them discs you can get for 17 quid. So I think there's going to be a difference between that one for 17 quid for 5 discs, and this other one, which is 1 disc at $170. Like,
But
well, you know what you can do since you like to waste money anyway. I would buy it.
you're talking about
Comparison.
I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share that screen so you can have a look at it.
And I can't wait for you to buy it and say, "Oh, Mike was right."
I'm going to buy that now just to annoy you. So.
I want you to buy it.
And when it works, I'll say, "There you go."
Well,
I had a. I don't
That's
know.
it there. That's the one I'm on about.
Aye.
It
sands, it grinds, it cuts, and it sharpens all in one disc.
Yeah.
Lifetime guarantee. I don't know.
That is a weird shape.
I'm just wondering, did anyone buy it, or does anyone ever use it?
Well, it's kind of got like.
No, what they do is because then they make you buy the grinder, so you know that weird shape is you can manage that weird shape.
No,
So I was using a 9-inch grinder all week, cutting up. I must have had 80 fire extinguishers last week. 9-inch grinder, cutting them all down. And as the grinder disc got down to about 5-inch, put a new 9-inch blade on, carry on. End of the day, I ended up with about 5-inch, worn down 9-inch slitting discs. I thought, they'll go on my 5-inch grinder, so I'll keep them. And then I was pondering, I was looking at it, and I'm thinking, Ian, it just caught my eye, and it said like 6,600 revs on it. And then I picked up a 5-inch slitting disc, which said 12,200 revs on it. And I'm thinking, ooh, if I put that on there, I'm asking it to go twice the speed it was designed for. Now, I'm thinking to myself, I get as many free slitting discs, grinded discs as I want through work. Why am I trying to save money by using a 9-inch down to 5-inch and grind it down? So I threw them all in the bin.
Because you're Ian Matthews, and that's what you do.
Yeah, but I threw them in the bin. I thought, they're not designed to go at 12,200. They're designed to go at 6,600. So They went in the bin.
And just imagine where all those pieces could fly off to with no guard on your grinder.
Yes.
No, I
See,
always,
you are-
I 99% have a guard on my grinder.
the Transcrapper, I was reading the reviews there. They are diamond coated, but I've seen diamond coated ones before, and they don't give a lifetime guarantee with them. So I don't know. But
Diamonds.
Yeah.
Diamonds. I keep saying they're not. Why do they ever keep going on about diamonds? They're only useful for abrasives or glass cutters. That's all diamonds are useful.
Or if
I
you're
know
trying to
they
get
use diamonds for cutting tiles, don't they?
Yeah, I said for abrasives
Okay.
or for glass cutters. Otherwise, what's the point of having a diamond? Oh, it looks good on your finger.
they look, they work if you're trying to get a piece of ass too.
I've just said I've
At least
bought
one
my wife
time.
in a furniture ring last weekend.
Yeah, you just went and spent money on diamonds.
Right.
I was overcome with the emotion.
That's at 9.5. If they're half the size, should they be able to go twice the speed? No, I was thinking about buying one of them discs, but I don't know. 169 quid, a lot of money.
Yeah, like I say, Guido bought some because I saw the advert. There's a guy, he cut something and he just got hold of the blade afterwards. They're cool, you know. Glass bottle, cut it in half, no problem. Got hold of the blade. Steel, cut it through, got hold of the blade. I thought, I've got to have one of them. I thought I'll wait till somebody else buys one first.
Yeah, you got to check that the inside diameter.
Yeah, well, it's saying here, I was just reading it here. It says it's 4.5 disc flanged, endless grinding plus cutting. And then they say use a 4.5 HDD flange on angle grinder, not included. So you do have to buy an extra attachment.
Told you.
Poos, mate, what do you mean your holes have healed up?
What happened?
My mind's gone totally downwards.
Does she need a diamond?
Oh, stop. Right, it's coming near the end of the show. So I'll ask
Thank God.
I'll ask everyone before Matthew brings it right down to the gutter what everyone has planned for the week. So, Shark Scrapper, what's your week looking like for the rest of it?
I have got a butt ton of work I got to do. I have been a really bad shark, and I've just been bringing stuff in right and left, and I have not gotten to scrapping anything. And you're going to see some of the vids that I put up this week. My shed is beginning to look a lot like Mr. Matthews' shed, and it's not a good thing.
And
Welcome to the world of
Why are they always talking about
winter work. That's all it is. It's winter work, Shark.
yeah, but in Florida, it doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. It's still hotter than here. It's not like our winter work where all you can do is be in the shed. In Florida, they still have fairly all right weather. You know. And will you be live next Sunday, sir?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I'm still planning to have my videos out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The Patreon folks will get theirs on Thursday, and we'll do the live stream on Sunday. And I will be researching the opening Excel in the Chrome extension. Because that appeared to cause a little bit of a snag near the end of my live stream today. So we'll get that. We'll get that.
I mean, that was nice of you, Shark. You did a test live stream and everybody jumped in.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I was expecting maybe one or two people, and holy cow, there were just having a lot of people popped up or something like that. That was
So what time was it your time when you done that?
I think it was tea time for me. So
Yeah.
about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
2:30, I think it was.
So yeah, so it was about 7 here. 7:30.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I just sort of
You done it at 6:30 my time. Yeah, because I was just home from work, and it was
Yeah.
It was around 6:30. Yeah, my
Yeah.
time. That's what time it was. Yeah, no, there was a few around at that time. I was surprised myself that there was a few around at that time. I thought it'd be, that time be a lot of people having dinner here in this side of the world. I thought you'd be all on your working that side of the world, but no.
Oh, poos, mate. Please don't give me the opportunity to look around me shop.
Don't even encourage him, poos, mate. Will you stop? Mike, what's your plan for the week?
Pondering my life.
Yeah, I presume it's going to be house hunting is your issue now, and that sort of thing for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I gotta get all this shit out of here too. So.
Does it have
Yeah,
to be
so
good?
there's a lot of scrap runs for you and stuff like that to clear out your stuff to the scrap yards.
A lot of it's gonna just go as shred. I'm just gonna pull a lot of it out.
I won't know. Does it have to be gold? Or can it just be a shaft?
Okay,
Sorry.
Mike. So, have you videos? You'll have videos coming out, I presume. You have a video out today, anyway. I didn't get a chance to see it yet. It came out about 2 hours before we went live.
Yeah,
We'll check it out later.
I'll do the progress I did today. I got a lot done this morning.
Okay.
I moved all my freaking motors and ferrules and got dumpster coming tomorrow to get a bunch of garbage out of here. So I got most of that in the driveway already, ready to go. And then I'm going to ponder my life. I wish I had a U.S. mic pillow to lay on. I feel.
I can relate to what Mike's doing at the moment, though, because I do that. I get all my little piles of dust of that.
Well, the dust is
To
fine.
get all the little hairs out and
I just get
roll
all
over
the
to a
plastic.
hole.
Yeah, I just get the plastic off. But I got almost 200 pounds of copper in that barrel. And I don't want to take it in. So, kind of do like a last resort for that. And you know what I noticed on Ian Matthews' pillow? It's actually got a zipper. Mine don't even have a zipper. So yeah, I really sent you some death trap there. Yeah.
Imagine what could have happened to him with that zipper. Imagine what could have happened.
It's a long time ago since I had a problem with the zipper.
Right, Matthews, what's your plan for the week?
3-day week, painting tomorrow. 5 videos I've got in the can which I can't be arsed editing. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Well, my plan for the week is I have no video coming out because I'm going back to one video every 2 weeks. I've just decided that's what I'm doing. Live will be Sunday, and other than that, take care, guys. As always, appreciate everyone that's been up. Appreciate everyone that came into the chat. Everyone that's been there, and hit a like if you wish. And hopefully we'll see you all next Sunday. Anyone want to do the Ralph bit?
Scrap you latest.
Bye, guys. Thanks.